direct lies on the part of the EU. Brussels is ready to turn a blind eye to a lot in favor of its own political ambitions. But the decision to launch the negotiation process, should that ever see the light of day, will only be a symbolic step aimed at supporting the Kyiv regime, which will need to visualize any kind of support other than arms and money, and the launch of negotiations and European integration in this case are two different things. Of course, they're doing everything in their power to create the vision of Euro integration efforts, but the more they try to deny the reality or try to keep quiet, the more people understand that it's just a simulating apparatus. And the prospect of Ukraine membership is met with increasing discontent from the EU member states or the EU candidate states.
Quite reasonable concerns are being voiced about the increase in the tax burden, the redistribution of budget allocations in favor of the new member, the growth of crime and illegal migration, the economic situation within the association, the European Union, which already leaves much to be desired, and it is critical. It will only worsen if Ukraine joins it. In general, it can be stated that this mutual rapprochement with Ukraine, which Brussels is so striving for, has the exact opposite effect. It is not Kyiv that is being pulled up to EU standards and norms by leaps and bounds, but rather an increase in economic and political degradation of the European Union to the level of this candidate country and killing the Ukraine by its curators. If it is it, thank you very much. We are moving forward. Anadolu, are you with us? Good afternoon, Madam Zakharova. We have the following question. U.S. President Donald Trump has allowed for a military operation in Nigeria. According to him, the U.S. can send troops into the country or launch airstrikes in response to a record number of killings of Christians in Nigeria by Islamist groups. How does Moscow view such a scenario for the development of the situation in Nigeria? We follow this agenda and we call upon the strict adherence to the norms of international law. If we have any further comments, we will share them. And one more question, if I may. Trump also reported that Kazakhstan officially agreed to join the Abraham Accords. In this way, Kazakhstan will become the first Central Asian state which will join these accords. What does Moscow think of it? I believe that this question should be addressed first and foremost to Kazakhstan, because you cite the third party, not Kazakhstan. So first, you should receive the response from the country that you mentioned, and afterwards, if there is such a need, we will comment on this. Thank you very much. Chinese Media Corporation, are you with us? Good afternoon. We have two questions. Today, in the first part of the briefing, you announced the Expo of food and beverage, which is soon to be open in Shanghai, but the expo is already functioning. The number of exhibitors this year exceeded 4,100 enterprises. At the same time, what signals are being sent, and how do you assess the attractiveness in the current global economic situation? The scale sends different signals to everyone. These signals about the scale is perceived by us as an opportunity, and for someone, this is perceived as a threat. Russia has always underscored the achievements gained by the countries concentrated and focused on their own development and not on interference in someone else's affairs. On tasks and objectives related to improving the quality of life, to overcoming the problems, some domestic internal problems, and we are sincerely happy that they managed to achieve this. And for someone, it is a bone and a threat when they scroll through those news. Perhaps they are envious, perhaps they understand the reality and cannot reconcile themselves to it. For us, it is an opportunity to take part in these events, to gain some benefits from this, and to deepen our diverse cooperation. And for someone, this is only an occasion for new sanctions and threats. If we speak about this 8th China International Import Expo, it is the largest event of this kind in China. Just the other day, it opened. It brought together more than 4,000 enterprises from 135 countries, and it is being organized on a record on the record area. The opening ceremony hosted Li Chang, who noted the dynamism of internal market of China, and he said that this is the bridge between China and the whole world, and we wish we can walk along this bridge. We consider it to be not only an opportunity to come together and communicate, but also an opportunity to further develop an infrastructure. A bridge needs roads which would lead up to it, and roads are always a place for logistics, for trade. And for someone, this bridge is a place where they can lay an explosive. And we are in favor of the first scenario, and we are against the second one. For Russian business, this is another opportunity to share their expertise in trade, investment, and economy, to expand business ties with China, to find reliable partners to enter new markets. Despite turbulence in global economy and trade, Russian-Chinese cooperation has been strengthened. We launch new large-scale projects. Such dimensions as new technologies, industrial cooperation are of increasing popularity. Russian agricultural and IT products are becoming increasingly popular on Chinese markets. No doubt we will use any opportunity, including this expo, in order to promote our dialogue with Chinese partners and from other partners from abroad. Just the other day, the United States announced the deployment of their troops in the Caribbean Sea under the pretext of fighting drug cartels. At the same time, they are modernizing their military bases in the Caribbean region. How could you comment on this? First and foremost, let us begin with the last part of the question, the Monroe Doctrine. The Monroe Doctrine is now cited not only by experts, but by non-experts as well. If we consider what has been going on in this direction, I have commented on this today as well, and we have commented on this on numerous occasions. Of course, we follow the situation, the developments in the southern part of the Caribbean. The situation is aggravating and thus becoming the matter of concern. In 2014, the zone proclaimed itself to be the zone of peace. Russia traditionally stands up in favor of independent and stable development of the Latin America and the Caribbean, the peaceful and civilized solution to all disputes, and we support the Venezuelan authorities in their goals. We are in close contact with our Venezuelan friends. Russia has always demonstrated solidarity with Venezuela. We are ready to respond to the concerns of Caracas. And the most important thing now, I will reiterate, is to refrain from escalation.